High-level international bankers are simulating the collapse of the global financial system. A simulation of a theory-based catastrophe of global bankers collapsing the financial system was conducted fairly recently. There was a striking similarity between this event and the infamous Event 201 that was held in late 2019. Last month, high-ranking international banking representatives and organizations convened in Israel for a worldwide quote-unquote war game simulation portraying the global financial system's downfall. Now, the tabletop experiment was similar to Event 201, a pandemic simulation drill held October 2019, just before COVID-19 made its global debut. Commencing December 19, 2021, the Collective Strength Project, quote-unquote, was hosted at the Israeli Finance Ministry in Jerusalem for 10 days. Reservations over the Omicron variant led to its relocation from the Dubai World Expo to Jerusalem. Treasury officials from the United States, Austria, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, Switzerland, Thailand, and the United Arab Emirates were among the 10 countries represented among the Israel-led contingent. Supranational institutions such as the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, the World Bank, the Bank of International Settlements, BIS, were also there represented. The exercise, dubbed a war game, quote-unquote, aimed to replicate the reaction to a variety of theoretical large-scale cyber attacks on the world financial framework, such as a leak of delicate financial data on the dark web, hacks designed to target the global foreign exchange system, and ensuing bank runs and market disarray largely driven by fake news. Now, we know we have bank runs in China. People have not been getting their money since April of this year, and I don't know what the situation is today, but they're not allowing them not even to protest that they cannot withdraw their funds from their bank accounts. Now, the core emphasis of collective strength does seem to be, they say here, enhancement of worldwide collaboration in cybersecurity in the financial sector, rather than the simulation of such intrusions as the proposal title suggests. Participants in the exercise debated multilateral approaches to a possible global financial catastrophe, according to Reuters: debt settlement grace periods, swap repo agreements, synchronized bank vacations, and coordinated delinking from major currencies were among the policy remedies proposed. Because of its timing, the concept of simulated delinking from key currencies sparked several questions. Around the same day that participants congregated to inaugurate collective strength, quote-unquote, rumors surfacing that the Biden government was contemplating eliminating Russia from the global electronic payment messaging system recognized as SWIFT, abbreviation of Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication, SWIFT for short. This step might be a component of a broader set of economic penalties imposed by the U.S. if Russia continues with Ukraine in the conflict. The roster of participants in the collective strength simulations, which incorporates the IMF and World Bank, as well as the World Economic Forum, WEF, indirectly, could stir yet more concerns. In October 2019, the World Economic Forum, in collaboration with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health, held a simulation event 201. The WEF also backed the settlement of financial devices, including such credit and debit cards, which could very well track personal carbon allowances on a personal level. The Carnegie Endowment for International Peace, in partnership with the World Economic Forum, released an executive summary in November 2020 that detailed the nature of circumstance that was simulated as part of the collective strength. Tim Moore and Arthur Nelson, the report's authors, depicted a globe witnessing, quote, an unprecedented digital transformation accelerated by the coronavirus pandemic, end quote. Cybersecurity is more important than ever, they said. This is kind of a society, the authors contended. The research described global financial system protection as an organizational challenge noting that there is no single international entity in control of safeguarding the global financial system or its digital infrastructure. The executive summary even described a disconnect between the finance, the national security, and the diplomatic communities. Moorer and Nelson came up with the following solutions: the requirement for greater clarity in terms of roles and obligations, strengthening international collaboration, enhancing internationalization, and minimizing fragmented across siloed financial firms, creating a framework that could be applied to unspecified other industries. But which other industries are we talking about? The authors categorize these series of suggestions under digital transformation, safeguard financial inclusion in their report, and the following is an example of a proposal. The G20 should highlight that cybersecurity must be designed into technologies used to advance financial inclusion from the start rather than included as an afterthought. Digital health passports, quote unquote, and associated digital wallets, quote unquote, appear to be examples of technology that is used to advance financial inclusion from the start. It also appears to be in line with the United Nations Substantial Development Goals, particularly Goal 16.9, that urges for all people, which would include infants as well, to acquire a digitalized legal identification by the year 2030. Goal 16.9 also reminds me of the European Union's assertion that its vaccine passport, the so-called Green Pass, which would be utilized in a number of European countries to keep the unvaccinated, anyone with natural resistance, out of all types of public and private settings, safeguards people's privacy. The GAVI Vaccine Alliance asked for innovations that leverage new technologies and modernize the process of identifying and registering the children who are most in need of life-saving vaccines, which connects two separate challenges: global financial system security and public health. The employment of such technology, however, would not be limited to documenting childhood immunizations. Gavi characterized prospective applications of these new technologies as access to other services, which included financial services in a wide sense. While concerns of financial inclusion are kept aside, the writers of the Carnegie Endowment Executive Summary echoed their recommendations in the spring of 2021 paper that appears on the IMF's website. Whereas Carnegie reports authors and collaborators in the collective strength effort stress the importance of adequately protecting the financial system and its digital assets, it's uncertain how a sustained shift to a purely digital, cloud-based environment can really be regarded as secure. Take, for example, Mika Weiss, an Israeli Finance Ministry financial cyber manager, who said the following about collective strength. She said, "Attackers are 10 steps ahead of the defender." Similar statements are unsettling to people who already are apprehensive of fintech and the growing overlap among big tech and big finance. Likewise, for many, yet another simulation of a massive and deadly worldly calamity may evoke memories of Event 201, as well as what happened afterwards, notoriously labeled as live exercise by then U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, March 20, 2020. And this is from Great Game India. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.